Hey everybody, Icy Cat here. Today's live stream event has given us the full reveal of what we're going to be seeing with Operation Phantom Sight. We're going to go over all of the official information for the new operators, new map, and more features that are coming to the game this season. Stick around as we go over all of it. First, let's begin by taking a look at our two newest operators. We'll begin with Warden. He's a 1-speed, 3-armor operator who is equipped with the MPX submachine gun, the M590 shotgun, the SMG-12 submachine gun, or the P10C with attached red dot sight. Secondary gadgets are choice between deployable shield and barbed wire, and his primary gadget are these glasses that allow him to either resist or recover from flashbangs. But it's not just flashbangs, he can also see through smoke so long as he's not actually moving. If he's standing in one position, he'll see through smoke much like Glaz can. If his ability is active when a flashbang goes off, he will actually resist it. However, he can also turn it on once he's already been flashed, and it will allow him to pretty much right away recover from that flashbang and still be able to react. The ability is on a recharge timer, so you can use it an unlimited amount of times. However, it does have a cooldown in between uses. Once again, this is not a passive ability. He actually has to turn his glasses on in order for the resistance to be active. Now, this doesn't just work against flashbangs. This is also effective against Ying's Candelas or Blitz's flash shield. His ability can be temporarily disrupted by Thatcher's EMP grenades, and while he's using the device, he can also be detected by IQ. Next up, we'll take a look at the newest attacking operator. This is Nøkk. She is a 2-speed, 2-armor operator. She comes equipped with either the 612 integrally suppressed shotgun or the FNG-9, which also has a special new holographic sight. It's the same one that Mozzie has on his P10 Roni. Her choice of sidearm is either going to be the Desert Eagle or the 5.7. The Desert Eagle has also been allowed to now accept either a muzzle brake or a suppressor attachment. Secondary gadgets for her are a choice between claymores or breaching charges, and her primary ability is to become invisible to cameras and also have a quiet step similar to Caveira's. Now, while she is invisible to the cameras, when she gets near to that camera source, it will show with cam static on the borders, kind of like how Vigil's effect does. You will also occasionally see glitches from her because there are a variety of things which will cause these effects. If she's shooting a gun, she will cause a slight glitch. If she vaults over something, it will cause a glitch. Also, if she passes through barbed wire, it will cause slight visual distortions that can be picked up on camera. Even things like stepping on a goo mine or interacting with other traps will wind up having a visual distortion on the cameras, but interestingly, they will not take her out of the cloak. While cloaked, she can also use her primary ability, so even though she's got that silent step like Caveira, she's more similar to Vigil in that she can use her primary or her secondary while the cloak is active. But unlike Vigil, the cloak doesn't go away if she fires. The ability is on a constant recharge cycle, so as you're using it, it depletes. However, you can use it an unlimited amount of times once it's been refilled. Now let's take a look at the rework for the cafe map. A lot of changes have been going on here, and down on the ground level, they've really focused on recreating this entire front foyer area. It used to be a section of the map that would get very little use, but they've broken it up into a series of smaller rooms that go in different directions, allowing for more rotations in the individual rooms to occur. Likewise, the bakery and kitchen has seen an entire facelift. These areas have now been divided up a little bit differently. The bakery itself has gotten a little bit smaller as it's been divided into 2 sections, but the kitchen has increased in size to cover a much wider footprint, and there's more things in here to kind of hide behind for cover, and it's just been completely redesigned the way it lines up, especially with the freezer area. Heading up to the second floor, we can see that there are also some major redesigns. The way the stairs come up from that ground floor are now in a slightly different position. We also have some redesigns on the layout of some of the areas here, especially in regards to the train museum and the reading library section. Then we'll go up to the top floor, and things have really changed a lot up here. They've actually added a 4th objective up here if you're playing on the bomb mode, so you're going to have more than one type of defensive strategy to employ in this section. The room structure has been rebalanced a little bit, and we also have a redesign of the overlook area. So there's actually these areas that extend all the way out to that outer wall on both of the extreme ends of that front area where it used to be open space to the split level. There's also a new hatch that gives access from the roof, and overall things have been streamlined to allow it just to have a more balanced feel. KAFE isn't the only thing getting a rework, though. The next operator to get a rework is Glaz, and we knew that this one was coming, but essentially what this boils down to is that he is no longer going to be able to move while maintaining his ability to see through smoke and illuminate targets. Once he's moving, he will lose that ability, and then he has to kind of stand still for a second to allow that to fade back in again. This makes sure that he doesn't aggressively push while having that illumination while he's going through that smoke cloud, and now he's got to kind of hang back, hold that angle from a distance, more like how he was originally intended. He can rotate and change position, that won't affect it, but if he actually starts walking in any direction, that will then fade out the ability to have that illumination through the smoke. But those aren't the only reworks we've got. We've also got an entire rework to the ranked system. This will now see the implementation of pick and ban. This will now be a permanent part of ranked going forward. We also will see the ability for us to go in and check the ranked guide and stats pages. This will give you all of the information on what is going on in the current rank season, as far as what maps come up, where you are in the standings, where other people are in the global standings, and breaks down a lot of the information on the current ranked season. Beyond that, we will also see the change that there is now only a bomb game mode in ranked. You will no longer be able to play secure area or hostage in ranked going forward. Ranked is now bomb only. So if you want to play secure area and hostage, you can only do it in casual. They've also announced that coming soon there will be a special event playlist for pick and ban, and we'll get more information on that as it gets closer. They've also announced that Shop is getting a visual rework, so the presentation is just going to be laid out a little differently. Things are going to look a little nicer and just more organized overall when you go into the store. The last interesting announcement that was made was the new Elite Skin operator, and we are going to see one now coming out for Lesion. This is a really high-tech kind of a look, gives him a full new bodysuit, and it really changes the way that Lesion looks. Now that does leave me wondering a little bit what they're going to do for his gadget reskin, considering you can only see it while he has it in his hand for a second until he throws it, and then it becomes invisible. But overall, this is a pretty slick-looking new uniform. So that is a wrap-up of all of the information that was covered in today's live stream reveal for Operation Phantom Sight. The test server for this does begin this Tuesday, May 21st. That will be a 3-week test server session. Then after that, the live season will come into effect. Now there's still that 7-day exclusivity pass for season pass holders. So if you do not have a season pass, you are essentially looking at 1 month from now, you will be able to play the new operators. If you do have the season pass, 3 weeks from now, you'll be able to play the new operators. And if you have access to the test server, you'll be able to play the new operators the day after tomorrow. Now keep in mind that that is just for the operators. The new KAFE Rework map is available for everyone, regardless if you have the season pass or not. And that will also be available on the test server starting Tuesday the 21st, and again 3 weeks after that for everybody else, season pass or not. Now, there's going to be a lot of information coming out as we cover things happening on the test server. When we saw in the last season when they were doing the test server, they wound up making changes to operators resulted from the test server play before it was actually released in the final version. So I'll be sure to cover all of that information for you so you can keep tabs on everything that's happening before the game goes live. If you haven't already, please do like and subscribe, and also make sure you click that notification icon so you get alerted as soon as new content becomes available. You can also follow me over at IcyCat25 on either Facebook or Twitter. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.